Let's make a headpiece, fam. So I needed Kente 19 inches. That was what I used. And then the headpiece was 14 inches. I really don't know if all headpiece comes in that 14 inches, but that was what I got from the market. But this was quite a little thinner. But I might think that's going to be the standard measurement for that. Okay, so I prepped the headpiece. This was already covered headpiece. So I covered it was already covered. So I didn't have to cover anything up. So I actually make sure I gathered my kente. So this was how I actually gathered the kente. So you pass through the kente and then like few inches you come out, you pass through, you come out like that. So that one makes it extremely easier and really gets the results you need. Okay, so this was the whole process that I went through, and it was actually 19 inches for the whole length, and the width was around like 6 inches. I really didn't check that one, but I think it was around like 6 inches, the normal kente length that we get. So here it was the 10 inches. I wanted it to be that consistent, so I actually made sure that the left side and the right side had the same amount of space left. So I took my tape measure and then I measured it. But you can decide to actually make yours longer, shorter. It all depends on what you want to do. So here I use a fishing wire to sew the kente on the headpiece base. So I chose to use a fishing wire because I just didn't want the colors of the shirt to be popping up. And you know for sure some fishing wires are colorless like the one I'm using. It was actually 0.35. So that was what I was using here, and I was sewing it on it. Kindly subscribe to this channel if you're enjoying this video. Don't forget to give us a thumbs up. But hey, don't forget to show it to your friends. Send the link to them so they can also watch it. And your fellow fashion designers. I mean my fellow fashion designers. If you have any colleague that hasn't seen this channel yet, kindly share it with them. Thank you so much. So here in this section, I was sewing everything on it. Yep. So actually, originally wasn't really using my logo on my videos until I actually saw one of my videos on a television station where people were claiming they did that work, and I was so confused because I had it on my channel and I just no one was that. If that is not your project, just don't take it and claim it as yours. It's just so little to give someone a credit. You just don't keep stealing people's work and then claiming you're the one who like that doesn't. So if you're found of stealing my works and showing to people that you did that and you want to teach them how to do it, kind of do your own works and show them around. Don't be stealing people's projects and be showing them to others that you did that. That's not cool. So here in this section, this was it. I had sewn back and forth and make sure it was really stabilized on it. Okay, so here in this section, this was how it was looking like. Yep, I got more. So I actually went for my chain. I really don't know the name for this thing. I really have to check it out and get it for sure. I will be leaving the name in the description, so that you can actually get that. So here in this section, I wanted to, kind of add some sparkles to it, but I just didn't want to go through the ordinary norm of using the beads to, kind of decorate it. I just wanted it to look a little bit quite different. So I used this chain so that it could come out quite different from the normal sequins and beading that I actually do all the time. So this section, I sewed it on it. As you can see me doing, I was sewing it on it. If you're enjoying this video, kindly don't forget to give it a thumbs up and share it with your colleagues, your friends, and family. So here in this section, I was sewing it on it. And as usual, I was using the same fishing wire that I went back and forth with to actually hand sew it on it. I could have used glue, but glue really doesn't, it's not that firm when you use glue on projects like these. So I chose to hand sew them. It's better to hand sew projects so that it takes quite longer duration before it gets pulled. The basic thing that you try to do is to make sure that your client don't lose something that they've spent money to purchase. So you just have to make sure you apply everything you gotta apply to make it stay stronger or longer for them so that they can rock it for quite some time. And that is the whole reason why they came to you, because of the quality and how longevity of it. That is why most people basically contact people to make pieces for them. So that was what that's what I always try to do. That's why most of the times you see me hand beading things instead of gluing them to it. So basically that was it here in this section. Yep. Because of the fishing wire, because the fishing wire is colorless, you basically don't really get to know where the threads, pass the fishing wire pass, and that was what I was trying all my best to do. Okay, so this was how it was looking like at the middle of it. So this was how the whole thing was looking like, and yes, I was giving it a tie, and it's quite positive if you give your fishing wire might be like 3 or 4 5 ties. 2 ties is quite risky, so it's always best to go either 3 or apples. So this was how the whole headpiece was looking like, and I hope you enjoy in this video. Yep, this was the results for it. This is it. I really love this headpiece. Yes, and this is it. Yep, so this was how the whole headpiece came out looking like, as you can see here. Yep. This was how it was looking like. Yes. So if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give this a thumbs up and share with your colleagues. And yes, this was how it looked on a head. So this is basically how it was looking, and thank you very much for watching till the end.